not up here.
If you were the most intelligent evolutionist on the planet with the most cutting edge,
Right.
as far as you're concerned,
Right.
science, at your back, and you were to enlighten me as to what your strongest argument for evolution is in the year 2000, what is it that they're using? What's the most brilliant thing that they've found that is the strongest ammunition?
I'd go find a place to hide. I'm being very serious with this. The more science we have, the worse it becomes, okay? The best argument that they can make today, okay, they can't make any good arguments with spontaneous generation anymore. When Miller and Fox did their work in the 50s, okay, they could, because we thought life was simple. When we discovered DNA and we began to understand how living organisms work, the simplicity argument went away, okay? So spontaneous generation is the weakest argument, okay, dead chemicals becoming alive. The best argument that they could give you would be similarities of creatures, okay, common organs within creatures and common shapes and sizes, and trying to make that evolutionary tree, okay? That's the strongest argument that Stephen Jay Gould would give you. But Stephen Jay Gould would tell you that we know, let me play Stephen Jay Gould for a moment, okay? We know evolution happened. We know that evolution is a fact, okay? And we know that simply because here we are. And there's no other explanation except that here we are, evolution must have happened. Therefore, if evolution happened, it must have happened in a way that gave us all the diverse creatures on Earth. If it gave us all the diverse creatures on Earth, then we know from the fossil record that there's no transitions between kinds of creatures in the fossil record. Therefore, evolution happens so fast in geological time that you can't see it. That's the best they could do. Now, you understand the operational words are that you can't see it. Evolution is not seen. Because they used to tell us it happens so slowly you can't see it. Now it's so fast you can't see it. See, that the more science we do, the worse it gets. And the worse it gets, the more dogmatic they become, and the more aggressive they become in trying to say, we will not discuss this. If you understand the argument in American public education today, the argument in public education is not about creation or evolution. The argument is about evidence that contradicts their theory. They won't have that in the classroom. That's what the Kansas decision was about. It wasn't about teaching creation. Creation was never mentioned in the Kansas decision. The Kansas decision was about teaching all the facts about evolution, including the lack of transitions, including the spontaneous generation problem, and the evolutionists said, we can't have that. You know why? Because when people hear the intelligent arguments, they start to question evolution. Professors don't like that. They like to teach and be heard, not teach and force the students to think. You get me started on that one, I'll go on and on that one. That makes me very angry because I'm actually not permitted on the college campus in the city where I live, because I taught Biology 101 5 years ago. And when I did, when they took us out after we finished the sessions, they said, we'll never have you back. And I said, pardon me, why not? And I said, they said, you didn't play fair. I said, what do you mean I didn't play fair? You taught all the evidence against evolution. We don't tell our students that. Well, that's censorship in the highest form. Well, that was the end of the discussion. I said, thank you, don't ever come back here. That guy's gone, though. Maybe I'll get back someday. Go ahead.